Have you ever wondered what it is that makes the vocalist of this fandom sound so wonderful? Have you wondered why Replacer's voice sounds so light and fluffy? Have you ever wondered what makes Mike the Microphone's singing ring? Have you ever wondered what gives your favorite artist their singing flavor? Learn what gives the artists of the Brony fandom their unique sound in this series, Behind the Vocalist. Hey there, every pony! This is Dreamhuk, and welcome to the first episode of my new series, Behind the Vocalist. This series is designed to explain the technical details to the art of singing that makes the artists of the Brony fandom sound as they do. And hopefully, you'll learn the tricks to make your singing sound just like them. This first episode is on the contrast between brightness and darkness of tone. Now, first off, we have a few words to define here. What is tone? Well, tone is defined as the overall quality of musical sound. In other words, it is a way to say what a singer sounds like. In general, this can be done in a contrast between how dark or how bright tone is. Brightness, sometimes described as ping or forwardness, addresses how well singing is placed in the mask of the face, or how well a voice cuts. Examples of brightness in tone can be seen with groups like the Bee Gees. Or in most modern pop artists.
Just hit me with the truth now. Girl, you're more than welcome to. So give me one good reason, baby, come on. I live for you and me. And now
To feel for yourself what brightness is, try singing in a very nasally tone. You can try singing an exercise like this to get a feel for it. In contrast to brightness, we have darkness, sometimes described as space or backwardness. Darkness represents the openness of tone and vowel shape. Darker tones can be seen among people such as opera singers. To get a feel for this, you can either try sighing, or you can do your cheesiest imitation possible of an opera singer. Something like, Ave Maria. So now that you know what brightness and darkness are, how do they relate to all of your favorite artists? Well, most of the artists in the fandom have very bright tones. This relates mostly to the genre of music they sing, but we'll look into that later. For now, though, let's look here at two examples. In Mike the Microphone's cover of the song September, you can hear just how bright his tone is.
I can't remember what happened in September, when everything is gone, when it's dark and I'm alone. It's been forever since I could have remembered where the hell is every pony. I just wanna know the story of what happened right before I became so alone.
Now you may be wondering, how is his tone bright when it doesn't actually sound nasally? Well, that's because singing relies on a balance between brightness and darkness. Here's an example of me sliding between bright and dark tones. Now, that sounds absolutely terrible at either end of the spectrum. But what happens if we stop just before we get to that totally bright point? I can't remember what happened in September. By singing with a bright, smiley tone, but still allowing a bit of space or darkness to your tone, you create the pop singer-style tone that is perfectly exemplified with Mike's singing. Now, what about darker singing? Let's look at a more operatic piece. This time, Kokonaru's rendition of the song Equestrian National Anthem.
United forever in friendship and neighbor, our great equine empire shall ever endure. Mighty Celestia in all of her.
Now, the same concept that applied to Mike applies here. He doesn't sound like the ridiculous parody of an opera singer that you or me could easily make up. His tone has a nice ring to it while not having the same pop feel that Mike does. If we do the same thing we did earlier, united forever in friendship and neighbor, we see that by adding a bit of brightness to that dark tone, we recreate the sound that Kokonaru uses to sound so rich and operatic. So, to recap, brightness and darkness are really just where in the face your voice resonates. Resonating from the front of your mouth or your nose creates a bright sound, while resonating from the back of your throat creates a dark sound. The key to these artists sounding like they do is creating a balance between the two that fits your song style. Considering that most artists in the fandom sing songs that fall into genres like pop or rock, you'll find that most artists have a bright tone similar to Mike. However, some artists still do sing with a darker tone to give themselves that operatic feel to their singing. Hopefully this has helped to explain how your favorite Brony vocalist gets their sound. On the next episode, we'll cover the relationship between falsetto and chest voice in Brony artists. If you enjoyed the show, please hit the like button and leave your thoughts and feedback in the comments below. To see episodes as soon as they come out, hit the subscribe button up above. But for now, this is Dreamhuk, signing off.